Hello everybody. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here, hello. My name is Carly Gifford, and on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I post sit-down videos explaining TikTok drama to you because I live for it. I think it is so much fun, especially when it's not harmful to anybody. Now, in this case, it'll be a little bit different because, I don't know, this is a topic that's just very interesting. So I have some takes on this topic that we will get into, but not until the end. Now, before I start all my videos, I tell you guys what I am drinking and which chapstick I'm using. I just finished my coffee for the morning, but I'm using the Pink Sugar Summer Fridays Lip Butter Balm. I really do like Summer Fridays a lot, so I'm gonna use this one now. It is partially used up, but I think there's still a ton left in there. So anyways, that being said, let's jump into today's video. Okay, so this all started when this bride, Austin May, posted this video. So at first, everybody was kind of like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, those photos aren't super fantastic, but you're kind of like, okay, that was a weird theme. Like, what's your theme? Circus and Alice in Wonderland, kind of? People were like, what is that theme and how were you supposed to take photos? Also, it looked really dark, and those photos that she posted were film photos, and film is not a super fantastic form of photography, media, like print. It's just film, you have to have so much light for it that it's like, you kind of just can't use it unless you want that dark look in your photos. You can't use it in dim settings, especially if you don't have like a flash or something. With a flash, it can be kind of cool, but honestly, it's all personal preference, to be perfectly frank. So then people come out and they're like, yeah, I actually found the wedding album and you posted like maybe 6 out of a couple hundred photos. Like, you also got hundreds of fantastic looking photos, and people had,
hey Austin, yeah, those photos are not great. I'd be pretty upset if I paid for those and that's all I got back. Sure, your theme of like haunted Scooby-Doo carnival might make it a little hard for a photographer, but still, if they're professional and they only gave you back those really bad photos, I'd be pretty upset too. I'm so glad you made this video and then name and shamed the photographers that you worked with. Except those aren't the only photos that you got back. You got back a huge gallery of thousands of really, really great photos from the wedding, from in between the wedding, from the reception. There's a lot of really great photography in here. And like I said, maybe it was the haunted Scooby-Doo theme, but she actually did a great job making that look cute too. You didn't even say please. You made a video bashing a small business and making claims that the photographer proved to be false. And so you've got a lot of negative attention, and that must be hard. But I wonder what you thought was going to happen to the photographer when you put out your version of that story. If the photographer was receiving all this negative attention and then was bullied into giving you the refund that you said that you wanted, would you still have this energy? If she had gotten like negative reviews that were invalid because of your story, if she lost business, if she had to close down her pages because of harassment, would you have this energy, or are you only upset because it's happening to you? I'm genuinely wondering. I don't know, and we'll never know because everybody's on the photographer side and she seems lovely. So I don't like super feel bad, you know? If you put negative energy out into the world, it will come back to you in some form or another. Yours was a viral video where everybody dunked on you in the theme of your wedding. Again, I'm sorry. I hope this is a learning lesson. You seem like you're young, and maybe just grow from here instead of getting into people's comment section and saying to take down their videos that they made about you on a public platform. So, you know, have the day you deserve.
So if you're on the photography side of TikTok, you've probably already seen this. And I'm not trying to bully anybody or harass anybody, but I would like to add my 2 cents. Everybody has different tastes, but I did take a look at the gallery that the photographer sent her, and there were a lot more photos than this. This was another one of the photos that she added in, and while the composition might be a little off, it could have been a little bit more centered and higher up. I do think that the coloring of it is beautiful. This photo and this photo both look like film. And if you know film can be hard at night. But what I do think was really cruel to do to these photographers is not show the good photos from that gallery. This was one of the photos that was from the gallery. This was another one, absolutely stunning. The lighting in this is beautiful, the color, and same with this one. I love this one. So now that you've seen a few of the photos, I do think that this was a very, very cruel thing to do and to take to an online audience of millions of people when you were just unhappy with a few of the photos.
So I'm just gonna say it because we're all thinking it. That wedding reception, that decor was absolutely atrocious. It was horrendous. It literally looks like Betsy Johnson made love with a Guido at a carnival. That's what it fucking And the fact that that photographer literally took thousands of photos and that horrendous eclectic wedding and made them look the way they did. Some of those photos that she, decided to just so happen leave out and only post the few that looked bad out of the thousands were beautiful. And that wedding reception was atrocious. I'm sorry.
I don't know when people started thinking that just running to TikTok to bash on a vendor is completely fine and not cruel, when some of it is just kind of taken out of proportion. Like those first 15 photos, yeah, they're not my cup of tea. But then when you go to the photographer's actual wedding gallery, there's so many cute pictures. This is just part of the ceremony too. Like here's a few from the reception that has like no lighting, it's completely dark, but they're so cute. They're so cute. I think it's just really misleading to post a TikTok like that. And it's borderline cruel to just go in and diss someone when the entire gallery is really pretty, and out of like 1,000 pictures there's only 15 that are like not your cup of tea. Like yeah, they're obviously more creative looking, but also so is your reception, you know?
So very quickly after the tide started turning against Austin, then our photographer, Madison Wood, got online and explained the whole situation a little bit better.
This was totally being handled offline. There was multiple talks with the mom, and then everything was kind of, I wouldn't say settled because obviously they were unhappy, but everything came to an agreement, and then the bride decided to post this on TikTok. She stated that I went against my contract, which is not true. I sent an associate. My contract talks about associates. I do not have to introduce those two together. I don't even live in the same town as the bride. I'm 3 hours away. So technically any associate that I would have sent that works under me would have been a stranger to her. It just states that I will send someone that I trust to take her photos. I offered raw photos. Don't have to do that. Those pictures are mine legally. Under my contract, don't even have to offer a refund. It also states in my contract that I do not have to offer a refund even if she doesn't love the photos. That is something that I offered. I get that not everyone likes that style, and that's why in the gallery I took both and sent them both just in case she didn't like that, which obviously we can see that she didn't. It's hard because I know I'm not going to please everyone, but I just wish this was handled in such a different way. The night I got the text that they were unhappy, it was the mom. I obviously tried to de-escalate the situation, try to find solutions. Her husband ended up texting me back from the message and obviously just unhappy. I think I offered like 3 or 4 times, I want to make this right, what can I do to fix this? And I never got a text back. It took them over 24 hours to reply to me. And this was yesterday morning, and the mom was super, super nice. Obviously they were still disappointed, which understandable, but she basically said that she loves me, she loves my work, that this little hiccup doesn't stray away from how they feel about me. They just wanted me to use it as a learning lesson, which I totally understood. So under my assumption, everything was fine. And then I was at work and one of my friends sent me the TikTok and she said, "Who is this girl?" And this is a few minutes after it was posted, so it didn't get the traction that it was getting. And I called the mom bawling, and I just said, "Listen, I completely understand that you guys are upset. I thought that we had talked about this, but I do not understand online bashing at all. She just made a TikTok video and I'm tagged in it." So mind you, the bride has never once contacted me since receiving these pictures. And I texted her about the video, basically was saying like, "Listen, I'm heartbroken for you. Like I've tried everything I physically can. I've offered to re-edit them," which the mom and dad told me, and the bride, after I had confronted her about the video, that they did not think that re-editing would fix the pictures. I offered raws, which I legally don't have to, and I offered a refund, which again, legally I do not have to. This is all in my contract. And I basically got off the phone with the mom. She said that she was going to talk to her daughter because she had just gotten out of workout class, didn't see the full video. Well, the video just keeps getting traction, and the bride didn't text me for a good, I would say 10 to 20 minutes after that, and basically wasn't sorry, said that she wasn't intentionally trying to personally attack me. This was just her experience, but she physically tagged me and the associate photographer. So I understand her, I understand that, but this is someone's small business. This does not affect my work. I took full accountability. Obviously, I did not physically take those pictures, but I sent the associate out there. I have taken full accountability for that, did literally everything in my power to make that right, and this was still posted on social media. I just told her, unless the video is taken down, I will not send raws. That was something that I was willing to do, and she said that she didn't think the raws would be good anyway, that she didn't want them. And my husband actually is blocked from the video. He had a lot of messages on the video with receipts and sticking up for me, and the bride ended up blocking him. But I had to hold him off for a long time for even commenting. I was hoping the mom would have called her daughter and they would have taken the video down. Unfortunately, that did not happen. And so my husband kind of just got on there and started setting people straight about what really happened, because the full truth was not being told. He did get blocked and he's sad about it. He was like my number one supporter before the TikTok took a turn for the good, and everyone found my gallery. So many people, so many nice people have reached out to me.
So it wasn't actually her that did those film photos, it was her associate who works with her, like her second shooter, and then she couldn't even get in contact with Austin. She had to get in contact with Austin's mom to sort of try to sort out this whole situation. And I will say, Madison tried very hard to sort this out in a way that made everybody happy in the end. But in the end, it kind of seems like they just didn't reach a resolution, and Madison was being dragged on TikTok for seemingly no reason when there were hundreds of other fantastic photos, and people really were siding with Madison on this one. They were like, you showed 6 photos, and honestly, what was your theme even? Like, it was so bizarre. How is that supposed to look good and like come across looking cool in photos? So people were tearing apart her theme, which I feel like, you know what, her theme, that's up to her. But I do agree, it was not fair for Austin to get online and bash a photographer, especially when she only showed 6 photos. Like, if you're gonna bash her, show all the photos, give everyone the full story, but she didn't. And I just felt like that was honestly not cool. And the fact that Austin didn't even try to work with Madison to reach like some sort of a solution, but she just instead jumped right on TikTok and started posting about it. Not cool. I'm really not loving this trend of brides getting on TikTok and bashing their wedding vendors. Like, if you don't like something, you've got to speak up and tell them it's your day, especially for your wedding day. It's like, explain to them what you don't like and figure out a way to make sure that everybody is happy in the end. It really was just an odd situation, and Austin has since deleted her TikTok, but I really wouldn't be surprised if at some point she jumps back on, and we might get an explanation from her yet, but as of right now, this is kind of where the situation lies. So, I don't know, leave your comments down below. I want to hear what you guys think about this whole take. Honestly, I'm siding with Madison. She tried to do the right thing, and it just didn't end up working out, and it's a very messy situation, but that is it for me today. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.